clicks. Obviously, he still ends up dying here and then he just flashes onto the Aurora. Is it worth it to flash like this? I mean, if Aurora doesn't die... Yeah, I mean, this actually worked out really well because Aurora died. But I'm all thinking about the next team fight. Because if in the next team fight he doesn't have flash, is he gonna be a big of a deal? Because he plays against Aurora via Kali, Thresh, Tristana. So this is a full all-in diving comp. Is it having flash valuable? Judging that you have 2 items, so you almost have your big power spike. You don't have 360, you don't have this all stacks yet, but it's gonna come. What's going on, guys? Besides here, and today we will analyze one of the most underrated AD carry in a West Challenger right now, and I'm gonna show you why he looks like the weirdest AD carry in high elo. So let's jump right into it. So first I look at his LoL Pro. He's like Grandmaster, Challenger. He's playing well since 2020. He's basically Master, Grandmaster, and he's done Challenger 1 KLP a few times from what I saw since I did my research on him. And he looks a little bit weird because if you really pay attention to his OPGG, I mean, yes, he plays AD carry, like if you're really looking at his stats, like if you're really looking at the recent games, but he has a lot of games when he just plays Akali, Kog'Maw, Cho'Gath jungle, Jaxto playing Talon, Mel, Zahin. Like he's just trying out, he's just chilling, playing different champions, and it feels like he does actually win on them as well. He's experimenting so much on other champions, and usually the stereotypical idea is, hey, if you're AD carry, you just have hands and you are stupid. You're stupid, you don't know the game, you don't have good game knowledge, you're brain dead. A lot of people actually say that to me, and this guy is having insane game sense, insane performance, and he plays AD carry while he can also perform at a very high level on other roles. So he's a fucking smart guy, I can say that. So guys, be sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Grandmaster to Challenger game right here. We're gonna break down his gameplay. Be sure to watch this until the end because I'm going to show you what works in high elo, what works in low elo, how to play if you are an AD carry, and how to truly improve your performance as AD carry while watching this weirdest AD carry ever. Let's take a look at this. So he does play Corki, going for an invade. Obviously he does have a Mumu and he does have pretty decent level 1. They do have Tristana Thresh with little tempo. But if Corki starts with Q, it's gonna be easy to play. I wanna check a bit of his runes. Does he go autopilot? Yeah, he just takes the runes. He takes Coup de Grace and he takes Bloodline. I think it's a bit autopilot. I think the highest rune is actually the Cut Down. But it kind of makes me feel like, hey, the runes and the builds very rarely matter. They can, but if he's playing a really good wave management game, macro game, all of that kind of stuff, the runes don't actually matter that much, and I always say it. So let's see how he plays. He doesn't start Q, he doesn't start E, which makes me very happy. They could be into the brush. We don't know if Thresh is in the brush. You're starting to push because you want to get the push of a Mumu. He hits the same minion right here. He can go for E, level 1, because he wins against Tristana with Conqueror, but he should probably go for Q, just because Thresh is stronger than a Mumu early on. He does go for Q, he does go for the poke, he does try to go for the push, and he's beautifully moving on the left angle. He's staying left angle on the river. If you click on the Thresh, you're not going to notice that he doesn't have his E passive, which means he has the hook. So he just plays a really wide angle on the left. Beautiful Q right here, because obviously if he has the flay, you play slightly different. Do not lose the push, because Amumu wants to get level 2 and Thresh wants to get level 2 as well. Tristana looks to get the push. Beautiful Q on the wave, and in low elo usually you should not Q, you should not use abilities on the minions, but right here he beautifully got level 2 just because of the fact that he just Q'd that minion and goes for the double lane, goes for the easy kill. So he makes it look so easy. Usually if you use abilities on the minions, it's bad. It can be bad just because the enemy can just punish you. It's 7 seconds cooldown on the Corki Q, but in that specific situation he knew that he knew that Tristana has slightly an auto attack advantage on the wave, that Tristana can get a push first. And by queuing the minions, he's going to take that advantage and get level 2 first. He goes for a recall in a Fog of War right now. There is no reason for him to stay because he can't really take plays, he can't really take anything. So right now, if Tristana is good, she's gonna recall instantly. There is no reason for her to push. It's a bronze mistake. I don't know if this guy is Phil. Depends on how much gold she has. I guess she just prefers getting Cal. But if you push this cannon wave at this point in time, Corki will try to W to get to the lane faster like this, and you get the whole wave. So usually, if Corki recall like this faster, you just insta recall so you can match the recalls. In low elo, in most cases, you just want to push the wave before recalling. But in a case like this, when you know for sure the Corki recalled a while ago, and you know for sure the speed in which you can push this wave is super slow, and it's level 2 with 0 items Tristana, you should usually not push this. But obviously this is a challenger guy, so he prioritizing getting Cal in the first back. Are you an AD carry main who feels like no matter how well you play, win the lane, make good decisions, play mechanically well most of the times, but you still have no real impact? You crush it one day, win 5 games in a row and feel unstoppable, but the next day you lose every single game and start doubting yourself. Am I even a good AD carry? What can I do if enemy top lane and mid lane are so fed? Imagine a world where you never let the lead slip away. You know exactly how to push your advantage, exactly when to rotate at the right time, and how to control objectives so you can snowball the game. A world where as AD carry you don't feel forced to make risky plays and you don't drop your lead. But you don't have to imagine it, you can make it a reality. This is Martin. He was grinding games, watching guides and trying his best, but none of it seemed to work. The problem? He was focusing on the wrong things. You don't improve just by playing more games, you improve by fixing the small mistakes that cost you wins. And that's a problem that most AD carry face. From Platinum 3 to Diamond in 2 months. Billy found himself making the same mistakes over and over again, engaging at the wrong time or mispositioning in teamfights, dying for no reason, and he even knew some of the mistakes but he didn't know how to fix it. He would find himself guessing what to do next, unsure whether to push, rotate or fight while feeling completely lost in the mid game. Now, he knows exactly what to do at every stage of the game and his results speak for themselves. Silver to Emerald in a month. Shaquille went from Diamond 4 to Challenger. Alex went from Gold to Grandmaster, and they are not alone. They are part of a growing community over 3,254 players who have taken coaching and transformed their gameplay. But here is the truth. This was not overnight and it was not effortless. Shaquille spent 2 years grinding to reach Challenger, not by playing more, but by playing smarter. Alex dedicated 26 months refining his skills and climbing to Grandmaster once he started focusing on what actually matters. So no, this is not a one session and you'll climb instantly, promise. If you're looking for that, if you're looking for a shortcut, this isn't it. But if you're willing to put in the time, willing to put in the effort, apply the right mindset and focus on the details that actually matter, this is the proof that coaching actually works. You're closer to being a great AD carry than you think. Most players just need to uncover what's actually holding them back. That's it. You could keep grinding, watching random guides and hoping for progress, but how much time will you waste before realizing something is missing? You could finally find the real mistakes that have been keeping you stuck and start making real progress. You have already put in the effort. Now let's make sure it pays off. Book your coaching session now at bizaz.com. We'll see, but this is just free fun for Corki. If Tristana doesn't get Cal, yeah, okay. Yeah, so definitely she thought about it. If she just gets Longsword, then she's stupid. Then she's just autopilot. Because there is no reason to push that wave and lose your tempo for an item that you already have, because she had the Longsword before. Like, she didn't really need to push that wave to get the Longsword. So now we go for a slow push. Amumu dies on mid lane, unfortunately. Or fortunately for the enemy team, he looks for a slow push. And did he get the potion? I don't even know if he got the potion. And now he needs to crash the next wave. But he can't redo it because Amumu is not behind. Good Q. Let's see the dodge. He doesn't even dodge. And this is a good mind game, because if you play Thresh in high elo, Grandmaster, Challenger, if you're human, if you're half human, you'll always predict here, right? You'll always, like, when you play Thresh or Blitz, you always hook here. Always, okay? Because if Corki is human, he dodges. But this guy, Lush, he's actually thinking about that and he's like, hey, I'm not gonna dodge. I'm gonna walk like a straight silver dogshit robot, and he's not gonna... And look at this. He's so confident because they have no hook. Just woke up. This is a bit of a mind game when you play against Thresh. So this time he didn't dodge. He walked like a silver robot. Next time... Ooh, let's see. Ooh, what a dodge. I think I can get a kill here. Yeah, this is good sequence. And if Tristana... Oh my god, Tristana doesn't get a kill. He played it really well. He played it really well. Unfortunately, Amumu went on a bad timer right now when we're weak side and we don't have vision on the river. But what can you do? Do you just let him die? And then it was pretty unlucky. Beautiful dodge right there. Wow. Just beautiful dodge right there. Very, very nice. Very, very nice right there. Oh. Yeah, very good. So when I watch Hansama, he does the same thing with the trash hooks. Like, he does a lot of mind games. So when you play against him, if you play Blitz or Trash against Hans, or I think against Lelouch as well. So what they do is it's very weird to play against them, because if I play Blitz, I hook. First time they don't dodge, and I'm like, okay, they don't dodge. I'm not gonna predict. I'm gonna anticipate that they don't dodge. And the next time I hook, they dodge. So I'm like, bro, this guy is mind gaming me so much. He made me think that he's gonna dodge the same way like first time, but it didn't. So first time he dodges, second time he doesn't dodge. Third time he dodges, fourth time he doesn't dodge. And it's a little bit of pattern, but to understand that pattern when you play Trash in Challenger or Blitz in Challenger, it takes a few hooks. So you see 6 minutes in the game, Lelouch is in the tower. This Trash might not still understand what Lelouch is doing, just is because it's hard to predict this kind of mind games. Let's see what he's gonna do. W out. Tries to get the Aurora. Okay, is he gonna stay in the tower? I think he can easily outplay. He has flash. Wow, he dodges. Like, it's super weird how he dodges. Because if I'm Trash, where would I predict? Like, I would predict he just moves. Like, I mean, I guess it's kind of obvious that... Yeah, he just dodged into the Tristana. Like, this is the most non-obvious dodge you can have. This is the most non-obvious dodge you can have, because you go towards the Tristana. See this? Look at this. You go into the Tristana. So the chances of them actually understanding it is pretty low. So it is very crazy. Very, very crazy. And he spaces on this Tristana really well. And now even if he tanks the hook, he really knows what he's doing. Goes for the barrier, kites towards the brush. I really like how he played it. Pay attention to this. Like, just pay attention to this. His ability to space on this guy is like really, really crazy. Because he knows that he can just tank the hook and he can win anyways. He doubles in on an angle where it's actually towards the Momo, as you can see here. Like, look at the W right here. He doubled it a little bit on the right angle towards the Trash, but far away from Trist. And if you really look at his clicks, he's also clicking right here. He's very precise with his clicks. And then now he's going really far away from the Vi. He does use his Q. He tries to dodge this Swain W as well. And then he flashes on the left and he's actually escaping. Wow. I don't know if his mouse costs like 10,000 euros, but that is fucking clean. That is fucking clean. You push this. Tristana is about to spawn. And you have no void grab, so if you're gonna stay here, you lose a lot of tempo. So you just recall instantly because you... So now he's actually tracking the Tristana recall. So Tristana, he knows that Tristana is halfway, so he knows that if you he can take this plate, but the problem is if you take the plate, you finish taking the plate, you'll get stopped off the recall or even potentially die. So he doesn't want to take the plate. Amumu is bronze, he should never be here. Also, Talon didn't actually choose to invade. Otherwise, Lelouch would have probably take the plate and try to stay in the lane if Talon wants to do something aggressive, or maybe even push the wave. But it's better to just not do these greedy things. He was low as well, better tempo. And Amumu, of course, now, if Tristana is high, yeah, exactly, this is a mistake from Amumu. But watch what a challenger Amumu does. He's like, hey, I fucked up my tempo. I should just copy my human Corki. Trash is mid, so maybe I can kill this Tristana. So it's a very good re-adaptation by the Amumu. Very, very good re-adaptation by the Amumu, for sure. Okay, so let's see what he's gonna do. Yeah, and I really like his W. Like, he doesn't make this obvious at all. Like, look at his clicking. Does he make it obvious? I mean, it kind of does, but I mean, Amumu is behind him. So it doesn't really matter, does it? Let's see. Does he walk directly to her? Does he have any click back? Yeah. Yeah, look at his clicks. It's left and right. And he presses S. So if I'm Tristana, like look at the clicking. He's acting like he doesn't know Tristana is right there. And now he just walks towards her because Amumu is behind her. Very good. So goes in, uses the Q, E. I really like that. Pay attention to this because this is small, but this is actually not so small. Like he actually uses Q first and then he uses E because the target is CC'd. And then you W and then you go onto the target. This is very, very, very good. And then now, let's see what he's gonna do because he should stay here. He should stay here. And this is lovely. Lovely, 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 lovely. So let's see what's going to happen here. So he needs to push this way for sure. Goes for the wave. Ward here. 600 gold. He needs to stay. He's gonna take the ward. Put the pink ward. He's very confident because he can even 2v3 at this point and he has jungle behind. Let's see what he does if Amumu is roaming. If Amumu is roaming, you should not touch the wave. And this is so fucking good. This is so fucking good. And the reason why it's fucking good, pay attention to this. The reason why it's so good is because, look, Amumu recalled and he doesn't even touch the wave. I guarantee you any Master Diamond player would touch this wave. But he has such a confidence and he has such discipline to say, no, I'm 1v2. I don't know where is, like, I just don't want to walk up. I don't want to get all in, so I'm just going to play very slow. Now he clears the wave. I mean, I guess he could have frozen the wave. He could have just, you know, instead of killing the minions, just stay here and freeze the wave and Talon could gank. But the thing is, if we want to play the river, it's actually better to not freeze. And it's actually better to walk up and get pushed like this. Getting pushed like this is always better if you want to play for enemy blue buff, right? So freeze in that case is actually bad. Creating a freeze in that case where your jungle is wanting to do scuttle or blue is very, very bad. So, very good. And then he recalls, and then that means he has this Trinity. He's pinging his Talon to not invade Gromp or wherever he wants to Gromp. And then he just recalls. Yeah, if your jungle is invading, usually you want to stay and push. But if you have a very big power spike, you should just take your power spike. 100%. 100%. Okay, so now is he going to follow? And this is going to be interesting because if he thinks this is a 90% play, he follows. Otherwise, he can just take the free wave. He does actually look to follow because this is a very free kill. So you guys see, how do I know if I should take the wave or if I should go for the fight? First, it's distance. The distance between me and the wave is like 4 seconds, maybe 3. The distance and me and the fight is like 6 seconds. So the fight is more far. But is it a 90%, 80%, 70% guaranteed high percentage play? Judging that I have a Amumu and I have Swain, judging that the target is stunned, judging that, you know, I'm not that far away, I always prioritize to fight. In most cases, if the fight looks good, if it's reliable and high percentage, you always prioritize the fight. Always. You have push mid and your jungle is dead. This is a very free kill. If Amumu was on the wolves or on the like super far away, like on the raptors or even on mid lane, he would probably just push the wave and get a tower. But in this case, he moved just because he knows that if he hits his ult, he can get a kill. And we can see right here that this is what happens. So how do you know? Oh, I think he can win this. Ooh. Yeah, so this is like really, really good. This is like really, really good because he understood exactly what he should be doing with the wave. He understood exactly when he should... Oh my god, did he dodge the Aurora? Let's see. So Aurora looked to ult, you double out of it, and you are auto. Crazy good, crazy good, crazy good. Oh my god. Yeah, so this is basically... Oh my god, really? Crazy. Crazy, crazy. Totally crazy. Totally crazy right there. Totally crazy. I guess the replay bugged out. And then he recalls instantly because he knows that Tristana is pretty close to the lane. So he's tracking perfectly the AD carry. The AD carry gameplay. Yeah, lovely, lovely. Lovely. The best thing about this is that he's actually keeping track of the Tristana. He knows that he doesn't need to go for the Drake because the Drake is already dead. Even when we're talking like here, He just doesn't go for Drake because he knows Tristana is dead and Vi is in base as well. So he calculates the probability of them taking the Drake while we have Prio mid. We don't, like they can't redo Drake. I mean, we don't have Prio mid in this case, but Tristana is dead and Vi just respawn. So he knows that he can help with Drake and then recall. He can help with Drake, go for the wave and then recall. He can get the wave and then get the plate and recall. He can get the wave, recall. Like there are lots of probabilities, lots of conditions, lots of options, but he just takes the wave and then he records instantly because he knows for sure the tempo of Tristana. He knows we have the Drake. So there are all of these options and he actually was able to pick up very fast, which for him, this is just basic knowledge. Like it's nothing crazy. It's just basic knowledge. So I really want to see how he plays going forward from this point. He is weak side. Talon is behind him, but we don't really know where is Vi, and Vi Thresh is kind of annoying. Champs. It looks like they play aggressive, which I think maybe Vi is in the lane. Vi could go in the lane. He's actually hovering very beautifully left hand side, as we can see right here. Let's see, he's actually approaching from the right. Looks to go for the Q. Takes Aurora damage right here. Just a little bit. Goes for the Vi, and I think he might actually die here. He needs to flash. He misses his Q, and then he can't flash because he's gonna die anyways. That was a pretty bad play, yeah. Only problem with Corki is that he's not so good if he doesn't have 2 items. So if you don't have 2 items, it's gonna be a bit hard to play. And he actually lost his tower. Yeah, this is the problem with high elo. The moment you make a mistake, Tristana just came back in the game because she just took the tower. She was very smart, and yeah, she knew that you're dead, so you just take the tower, and now it's gonna be much harder for you to play. So what Corki should do is, Thresh is dead, so he should walk up and stop recall. I think he should Q the first brush, maybe? Let's see. Okay, he actually checks it, he doesn't Q. I mean R, yeah, here and here as well. Okay, he can't go too deep because he doesn't have information on the Vi. Is he actually gonna recall? I mean, usually you just go mid and Swain goes bot, but I don't know why we TP'd mid. That's a kind of interesting decision by Swain. So then Corki can't recall here, yeah. I don't think you can ever touch tower here. You don't have enough info from the map. And then now he does have 2 items, which is massive. To be completely honest, it's massive. Let's see how he plays teamfights. Holy shit. His mechanics are very good. He's very clean with the clicking. Like look, he's going on the right right now. He's kiting perfectly. I feel like he played it really well anyways. If you really look at this, how he played it. Like look at this. Like pay attention to this. So he goes to the fight. He moves to the right angle. He clicks back because Aurora can always go in. They have Thresh hook, okay? So right now he goes in, he uses Q, he has perfect positioning. He clicks back, they still have the hook and they still have Aurora. He clicks up, he dodges the hook on the right, and then he clicks on the right because he knows Talon and Timo are on the right angle. When he Ws on the right like this, not directly towards them, so Tristana doesn't actually ult him or get damage. Like now Tristana doesn't even have range for the ulti. Gets a Thresh, beautiful Q, absolute max range Q and ult. And now, if you really look at slow motion on his click, he's clicking on the right, away from the Vi, away from... Vi can flash on you. And right now he's going still towards Talon's side because he knows that enemy team should not have vision on... so much vision on this side, and you can just kite like this since it's our jungle. So beautiful clicks. Obviously he still ends up dying here and then he just flashes onto the Aurora. Is it worth it to flash like this? I mean, if Aurora doesn't die... Yeah, I mean, this actually worked out really well because Aurora died. But I'm all thinking about the next team fight. Because if in the next team fight he doesn't have flash, is he gonna be a big of a deal? Because he plays against Aurora via Kali, Thresh, Tristana. So this is a full all-in diving comp. Is it having flash valuable? Judging that you have 2 items, so you almost have your big power spike. You don't have 360, you don't have this all stacks yet. But it's gonna come. Beautiful. So now, is he gonna go bot? So he's calculating the distance between him and the wave. Obviously the wave is here in like 15 seconds. He's looking at his own wave, and then he looks at this fight and it looks like Timo is behind. So he's calculating that the wave is quite far, so he's just gonna go take the bot wave. And now this is over, so he's gonna go back to mid lane. But hovering like that is good, because if Teemo flashes or has Zonias or something, you can actually make it in time. So usually you get push mid first and then you play through bot. But if the wave is really far away, obviously you have time to, you know, go bot. The time that you have to make a play is exactly like you pushed and you need to go back to mid lane when the next wave is there. In this case, Drake is started, so it's more important to stay here. So this is the priority, but the time that you have to roam as AD carry in mid game depends on when does the mid wave arrives and how much time do you have to move on the map before the wave arrives. Usually you want to be on the wave before it mids. So now we can't go to mid wave, for example, because there is a fight. I want to see a bit of poke. He wants to bait the hook. He has really interesting positioning because he knows Akali is flanking. Wow, this is crazy. Like, what I really like is his awareness of just flanking, right? Just flanking, and like his positioning is so fucking insane. How does he know that Akali is there? Did he see that Akali? Oh my god, he saw her for a second and he hovers this angle because he actually knows that Akali is there. But this is so hard to do in game, because when your team is doing Drake, when your team is making an objective, are you not thinking about that? Are you not thinking about the mechanics and how to play it properly? I guess you are. Crazy. Totally crazy. Then he gets mid tower. He has dead timers to play around. He Ws into the target. Why did he W? Did she use Q? Okay, she misses the Q, so then you go in. Because she has only E. I don't think you can get the tower. I think you should just back off. There is no universe where you get this tower. I don't think you can push one more wave, but at this point you can, because you already stayed. They are pretty up in tempo, enemy team, so you need to push this wave fast. But we have top push and bot push, so it's okay. Enemy team has to respond to both before they can do something. Yeah, that's what I was scared, right? The only problem is that we're probably gonna lose mid tower, but that's it, because since we have top and bot push, they can't really take objective. So this death is actually completely irrelevant. If you need to stay for this wave and you don't have top and bot push power, like you don't have top bot push and the enemy has TP, there is a word where enemies are here and they can go for Nash instantly. Because you see, Tristana has to react to the top wave, Akali has to go top, but if that wasn't the case, they can just start Nash. Well, Nashor is not in this case, but Herald. But you know what I'm saying, right? Like, this decision of pushing one more wave mid is good because we have two people like side laning, and it's obviously worth it. But then they don't really get much of this skill. And he goes for Collector. And he goes for Plated Boots. Yeah, I like Collector. But I'm thinking, isn't it better items than Collector? Because Tristana, Vi, Akali, they all want to screw you up. They all want to kill you. So what does it mean? What does it mean? That you should buy an item that will completely demolish their goal, which is engaging and killing you, so you can survive the initial burst. I like Plated Boots into Shilbao here, to be completely honest. Just because if you get that, I don't think there is a world where you die. But thinking about it, if you're super good at the game, you're playing Corki, Vi ulti is not that big deal. Its only problem is if it's Vi and Akali. But this Akali is like 3-7. And this Aurora is not even that strong. So maybe he's thinking about that. But I do think that Shilbo is a viable option. I don't know what else he could go here. Ooh. But this is really good reaction. I don't know if you guys saw. Like, he tried to dodge without flashing or doubling, and then when he sees that the hook is actually about to reach him, he tries to double. You see that he tried to get the W off? So his mechanics and reaction timing is so good that he tried to dodge, and when he sees the hook is flying towards him, he's like, oh shit, now he predicts me, and then he flashes. Like, a low elo player will instantly flash no matter what, but a high elo player will try to dodge, and as the hook is flying towards him, if he sees that the trash actually predicted, that's the moment when you flash. Right, like a millisecond before the hook hits. Which obviously in this case, he tried to W, and the guy just got you from the W. But this is like really good. Now he pushes top because there is no objective on the map. So he can go to catch top. He pushes one more, and then I would suppose that he just moves because there is no tire to top. So you just move with Talon. and then you just play with your team. This is mid game. You just play with your team like this. What did I like about him? I mean, he has great map awareness, honestly. He has great map awareness. He truly understands when to fight and when to farm. Because even here, another player would just go to mid wave. But he understands that Swain E is... Well, Thresh is in the Swain E range. So it's a pretty reliable kill because Swain E is really easy to hit here. And then Amumu Q. So he understands, hey, I don't need to go for the wave mid because the Thresh is a reliable kill. And he moves immediately to the Thresh and he kills him. He understands truly when to take the wave and when to take the fight, just because he knows very well what the champions do. Now he recalls because he has Collector, so he doesn't care that his teammates are fighting. So he has this very refined skill of knowing when to fight and knowing when to not fight. Because a lot of players, they ignore so much their teammates, they never fight, or the opposite, they only farm, never fight, or just completely opposite, they always fight, they never farm. But he has this refined, like, hey, that fight was good because Swain is in range with the guy and Amumu has the Q. Okay, this fight is too far from me. Like, look at this recall. This fight is too far from me and I have Collector. This is not something that I... Sorry, BF Sword. This is not something that I want to be part of, and I also want to be on top lane. So now he's just walking up, trying to stop this Tana's recall. So this is a great decision making by him. Oh, I want to see this. I missed it. But does... Oh my god. How does he lose this? I guess he didn't really have his E. Wow, Vi is fucking not balanced. That is crazy, no? That is really crazy. Then he goes bot because the teammates are like very far. Wait, what? I guess he didn't expect that they start Nash, because when you start Nash, you just move there. But it's Thresh and Akali dead and Tristana is bot. He needs to move to the Nash. I guess we take it before anything. Yeah. So now they are really far ahead. This game is just over. I just want to see the last fight. Oh my god, how aggressive he plays. Very nice though. Because he knows Vi is dead, Tristana is dead, Akali is dead. If we kill Aurora, game is over. Like, look how aggressive he is. He's doubling like this. He goes on the Aurora, flashes the hook, Qs the Aurora, forces Aurora to flash. And now he just wants to end the game. But unfortunately his teammates are not on the same page. I really like his W here as well. Look at this. Just out of the Aurora ult. Very beautiful. So this is pretty much the game. One fight and that's it. Guys, let me know what you want to watch. Who you want me to watch next time. And let me know if you like this kind of content. Be sure to subscribe, be sure to like, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye guys.